Welcome to BMLabs. Learn clearly, think deeply.
In standard calculus, finding a limit is a restricted exercise. You have two options: check the approach from the left or the right. The variable is locked onto a one-dimensional track. The complex plane removes those guardrails. Approaching a target point here means moving in 2 dimensions. It can come from any angle in a 360-degree radius. These approaches can take the form of a straight line, a tightening spiral, or a parabolic curve. For a complex limit to exist, every possible route must yield the exact same numerical value. If even one path leads to a different result, the limit is invalid. Because testing an infinite number of geometric paths is impossible, proving a limit through direct calculation is rarely the starting point. Instead, the focus shifts to a different strategy. Rather than trying to prove a limit works for every path, we actively search for the one path where it fails. This is called the two-path test. The logic is this: if we find just 2 distinct approach routes that produce different numerical answers, the entire limit is disproved. Navigating complex limits becomes an investigative process. We are looking for the specific geometry that breaks the illusion of agreement. We can see this in action with the ratio of a complex number to its own conjugate, z divided by z bar. First, we send a point toward the origin along the horizontal real axis. In this case, the equation simplifies until the output is 1. Next, we test the vertical imaginary axis. Along this route, the math simplifies to -1. One path gives us 1, the other gives -1. Because these paths don't match, the limit cannot exist. The output depends entirely on the direction of travel. Other functions are more resilient. Consider this equation: x squared minus y squared divided by x squared plus y squared. Here, the horizontal and vertical axes both yield the same answer. To test every straight line at once, we use the formula y equals mx, where m is slope. By substituting mx for y, the variables cancel out. The final value of the limit is now tied to the slope, m. A slope of 0 gives an answer of 1, while a diagonal slope of 1 gives an answer of 0. The outcome changes with the angle of the line. This confirms that the limit fails, as the result is still dependent on the specific straight line path we choose. Some functions can even appear consistent across every straight line. Take the expression x squared y divided by x to the 4th plus y squared. If we check the real axis, the result is 0. If we check the imaginary axis, the result is also 0. In fact, every straight line passing through the origin will produce 0. This creates the appearance of a confirmed limit. To find the truth, we must test a nonlinear path. We'll approach the origin along the parabola y equals x squared. Along this curve, the math changes. The variables combine to produce exactly 1/2. Even when every straight line agrees, a single curve can expose a different value. Agreement on a few simple paths is never enough to prove a limit exists. The parabolic path shows us that consistency along straight lines is not a guarantee of a limit's existence in the complex plane. We identify which curve to test by looking at the relationship in the denominator. Since we have x to the 4th and y squared, setting y equal to x squared balances the terms, allowing them to cancel and reveal the hidden value. This isn't a matter of guessing. It is a calculated analysis of the equation's structure to find the specific path where the function behaves differently. This requirement, that a limit must be identical for every possible approach, is why differentiability is such a high bar in complex analysis. If the limit depends on the path, the function cannot be differentiated at that point. Understanding how these limits fail on specific curves is what allows us to distinguish between functions that are truly consistent and those that only appear that way on the surface.
Keep learning with BMLabs. Follow for more simple and powerful lessons.